Warning. Content created by Gfanatic 94 is not intended for persons under the age of 13. You have been warned. That being said, have a splendid day, and enjoy the video. Or don't. I don't give a shit.
Greetings, my fellow fanatics of the world. Oh! Oh, I love this. Guys, in today's video, we are going to be talking about it. I've finally gotten to watch it. I wanted to do a video on this movie so much sooner, but the problem is that the theater out where I live, it's really fucking weird, and it's only open 3 or 4 days out of the week, and it only plays shit on 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock if you're going by weekends. And yeah, so I couldn't go and watch it at the theater, but what I ended up doing is I actually went ahead and just watched it on HBO Max. And ladies and gentlemen, Godzilla vs. Kong 2021. Holy shit. I have no words to explain just how happy I am to have finally watched this movie, and with how good the movie was. Holy shit. Yeah, seriously, believe me when I tell you guys, Godzilla vs. Kong 2021, easily, hands down, top 3 best Godzilla movies of all time. I was considering top 5, but no, this movie is too good. It's easily in the top 3. I might actually do a top 10 Godzilla movies for November 3rd. When Godzilla's birthday rolls around. Or no, actually, I already have that video planned out. So the top 10 Godzilla movies will have to come out on a different day. But, yeah, guys, Godzilla vs. Kong was an absolute, it wasn't a masterpiece, but it was just so fucking awesome to watch, and it felt so good to watch it. Before I say anything more on this video, since it's actually valid now, a spoiler alert is in effect. If you guys don't want spoilers, first off, what the fuck are you doing here? Go watch the movie. And second off, yeah, get off this video, because I'm definitely spoiling the fuck out of this movie. I am not going to be going into a full-on review of it, but I am definitely going to be talking about the movie and some of the major spoilers and elements in the movie. So, yeah, just be warned of that. And now you can't say shit if you have the movie spoiled for you. So yeah, no excuses. At any rate, let's talk a little bit about this movie. I'm going to try to make this video as short as possible, but I am too psyched about this movie. I won't be able to contain myself. Godzilla vs. Kong is easily the best or the second best out of the MonsterVerse films. Now, let's be fair here, Godzilla fans. Godzilla may have won the fight, but let's be fair here. Kong Skull Island was the better out of the first 3 movies. Let's be fair here. Let's not beat around the bush. Come on now. Kong told the better story, despite Godzilla being the more powerful opponent. Just be fair, guys. It's not that hard. Me personally, I still would have preferred it if they had kept the 2014 design instead of completely redesigning Godzilla in 2019, but, I mean, beggars can't be choosers, and the 2019 design is cool enough. I mean, they may have fucked it up in the SH Monster Arts version, but 2021 is gonna fix that. So, I mean, yeah, it's not the... I still would have preferred 2014, but, I mean, 2019 has become the poster child for the MonsterVerse, so I'm not really complaining. Speaking of Godzilla, holy shit, they nailed it. They nailed it. When the first trailer came out, this line from the first trailer genuinely had me spooked, alright?
Godzilla's out there and he's hurting people and we don't know why.
Yeah, straight up, that line got me scared shitless because I was like, well, what the fuck, Legendary? Godzilla saves the world twice already. One time from a 3-headed golden dragon, one time from 2 fucking bugs that were gonna cause a mass extinction event. And then all of a sudden he just turns around, and because humans blew up his house to save his life, he fucking loses his shit and starts killing people. Yeah, no, that doesn't make sense, and so obviously I was a little concerned about what was going on there. Come to find out that I had no reason to worry at all. They nailed Godzilla's character and him as a person. Because Godzilla in this film, he comes off as the bad guy because Apex, the main sort of villains of the story, they want to replace the, they basically want to replace the Titans as, like, the alpha species on the planet, and, like, they want to stake their claim as the apex race of, like, the planet, and all the monsters are inferior to them. And, in order to do that, they want to build Mechagodzilla. So, as a result, whenever they, like, power up Mechagodzilla or, like, test run some of his equipment, Godzilla can sense this shit, and obviously that would be a threat to the natural order of the world, so, yeah, no, you're not going to do that to my home. The only problem is, Godzilla comes off as the villain when he's trying to resolve these issues, because Mechagodzilla, like, it's humans building Mechagodzilla. Godzilla can't exactly deal with that properly. He's got to go in and he's got to deal with it as best he can. He's got to deal with it the best way he knows how. And how does Godzilla usually deal with shit? By blasting it. So yeah, obviously that makes Godzilla look like the bad guy, except by the end of the movie, with all this shit going on, and with Godzilla basically being mind-fucked throughout the whole movie by Apex, it feels so damn satisfying. Not only when Mechagodzilla loses control and kills the dude who's trying to replace the Titans, but also when Mechagodzilla gets taken down with a combination of Godzilla and Kong, and in fact Godzilla giving Kong the last of his energy in the axe. So yeah, I mean, if Legendary does in fact make more MonsterVerse movies, I have faith that Godzilla is in good hands with Legendary, because, like, they have nailed his character. They could use a bit of work when it comes to the human aspect of these movies, but all in all, Godzilla's character is being taken care of damn near flawlessly. However, that's enough talking about Godzilla, for now. Now let's go ahead and talk about the other character of this, the other of the two main characters in this movie, Kong. Yes, I am considering Godzilla and Kong the two main protagonists of this movie. Why? Well, because, let's be honest, the human characters weren't that good in this movie. They fulfilled their roles, and they did so kinda well done, but, I mean, the three best human characters were Bernie, Madison, and fucking Gia. And, the rest of them were basically just along for the ride. Let's be honest with ourselves here. Anyways, let's talk about Kong. Kong was amazing in this movie. Kong was a perfect balance of badass and funny in this movie. I mean, come on. Just literally every single time Kong was on screen, he stole the spotlight. Whether or not he was building connections with the human characters, being hilarious, or just being an absolute badass. Kong stole the damn spotlight, and he did so perfectly. He's like that opening scene where he's just waking up, taking a shower, scratching his ass. He's fucking hilarious. That scene where he's eating the fish and then he gets a smile, and just one of the funniest things about Kong in this movie is that he fucking eats everything. I'm not like, he eats the fish and then he's like still hungry or some shit, or not, like, I don't know if he was still hungry, but he eats the fish and he smiles, and then later on down the road when they're in the Hollow Earth, he literally beats the shit out of the Warbats and he buries his face inside of one of the Warbats' heads after he rips it off, just eating it, like, fuck you, bitch, this is my home now. And he's literally just eating the motherfucker's head, and he's so damn funny to watch on screen. He's just like, he's a fucking pig. But even when Kong's not being drop dead hilarious, he still fucking steals the show. Like, he's a badass in this movie. He can hold his own without the axe against, like, other giant monsters and stuff like that, like Godzilla and other characters. But, like, when he gets that axe, it's basically like a Super Saiyan transformation, except it's not physical, it's more mental. And once Kong gets that axe, he is a force to be reckoned with. He's a powerful combatant, and Godzilla learns that pretty fast. Yeah, Godzilla did end up beating Kong down in the end, but that scene in the trailer where he uses the charge from Godzilla's atomic breath to slam it into his head, yeah, that moment legitimately knocks Godzilla unconscious. It wasn't for very long, but I mean, that's no easy feat. Sorry, my throat got fucking weirded out there for a sec. Damn. Yeah, Kong may not have won the fight. Let's be fair here. And, I mean, he probably never will. But Kong still did very well against Godzilla. And this was the first time he ever fought Godzilla. So it's like, bro, I mean, he's gotta be skilled in combat. He's gotta be a good fighter. And he proved it very well. Kong in this movie is a beast, and, like, he's a force to be reckoned with. You don't underestimate Kong, and if you do, you're not going to last long against him. Alright, so, we've talked about Godzilla, we've talked about Kong, and I kind of mentioned him briefly in Godzilla's section of the video, but, you know, let's talk about Mechagodzilla. Mechagodzilla in this movie, I'm not saying he's bad. No, Mechagodzilla in this movie, he fits, and he is an excellent character in the whole film. But that being said, Mechagodzilla does have some problems in this film. Not the design, and not what he does to Godzilla. No, I mean, it's perfectly justified how Mechagodzilla was beating on Godzilla, especially after Godzilla had taken such a beating from Kong. But, I mean, it's just, the main issue with this Mechagodzilla is the fact that it doesn't feel like its own thing. Alright? Like, it feels like a combination of the first three Mechagodzillas from the old Toho series, Kiryu, the Mechagodzilla 2, Mechagodzilla from the Heisei series, and the 1970s Mechagodzilla. It felt like a combination of those three Mechagodzillas instead of its own standout character. It just didn't sit right with me. It was like, okay, cool, so you took the last three Mechagodzillas, threw them in a blender, and you were like, fuck it, let's just throw it on screen. So yeah, I mean, Mechagodzilla does fit in the movie, but I just wish that they did a little bit more with him. I wish that they had come up with, like, maybe a new weapon that we've never seen before, or maybe he's doesn't even have any energy weapons. Maybe, like, this Mechagodzilla doesn't have any energy weapons, so he has to rely on, like, hand-to-hand combat or something. You know, just like something to make sure, just something to separate him from the previous three Mechagodzillas. But there's nothing there to separate him from those three. It's just, like, it's literally just a combination of all three Mechagodzillas, even though, if we're being honest, Kiryu would outclass all of them, because Kiryu is literally canonically not a Mechagodzilla. He is a far superior creature, so much so that they don't even call him Mechagodzilla. But that's getting off topic. My point is that I wish Mechagodzilla was handled a little bit differently. I wish he was handled better, but I mean, honestly, it's fine the way it is. I'm not complaining. I just wish that they would have done more with him. I wish that they would have made him better. That's all I'm saying. However, with all that out of the way, I really don't want to do this because, I mean, I'm probably going to get yelled at in the comment section for this. But let's go ahead and talk about the human characters. The human characters, like the humans around this movie, they suck. Alright, they suck. Like I said earlier, the only 3 characters even worth mentioning are Bernie, Gia, and Madison. And I mean, I guess you could say Rebecca Hall's character. Cannot pronounce this name for the life of me. The Miss Andrews lady. I guess you could say she's important to the plot, but they're just, those are really the only 4 characters, technically 3, that are even worth anything in this movie. The rest of them are just there to be there, and fucking, I absolutely despise how the fucking tag-along for Bernie and Madison's journey to go and save the world from Mechagodzilla and find out why Godzilla's going rogue and all that shit. I absolutely hate how their tag-along is ultimately responsible for fucking for saving Kong from Mechagodzilla. By spilling beer all over the fucking control panel and causing Mechagodzilla's tail blade to stop working. Great! As if drunks needed any more reasons to be fucking drunk-ass knuckleheads. Are you fucking serious? Now they can say that they fucking saved the world from giant monsters. Fucking bullshit. That being said, though, not all the human interactions are absolutely god-awful and terrible. In fact, Gia, when she's interacting with Kong, is some of, those are some of the best scenes of the movie. Those are some of the most, emotional and impactful scenes of the entire movie, because fucking Kong basically, building more of this connection with his adopted daughter, basically, and, fucking kicking ass to protect her and all that shit. Those were some genuinely kick-ass moments in this film. Look, this movie's not a masterpiece, alright? It's fine. And quite honestly, it's rather criminal how fucking, how little they did with Mark's character in this movie. How many scenes was he even in? 3? Maybe 3? What the fuck? Mark went from being one of the 3 most important characters in King of the Monsters to being a fucking footnote in this movie. So, I'm complaining too much here, and if I keep doing that, I'm gonna go on a fucking rant about how fucking tap water saved the fucking world. But it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. All I'm gonna say is that this movie isn't a masterpiece, but it is one of the best movies I've seen of it is one of the best Godzilla movies I've seen in a long time. I personally think that it's the best out of the MonsterVerse movies, despite the fact that they didn't use the 2014 design. And in my personal opinion, it's one of the top 3 best Godzilla movies of all time. Yeah. So I mean, that's basically that. So yeah, guys, I really have nothing else to say about the movie, because I don't want to go into a full-on review of this, because that would take 30 minutes and shit like that. But yeah, so that's gonna be the end of this video. Let me know in the comments section how you guys like the movie. I loved this movie, despite all its flaws. I did genuinely enjoy this film. And yeah, that's that. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video and want to see more like it, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Click that notification bell so you guys are notified for every new video I upload, so you guys get kick-ass content and I get a view. It's a win-win for everyone. Cheers, guys, and stay close to Jesus Christ.